I don't think that was faster than 45 seconds. I actually kind of jumped some steps on the way upstairs. So, side note, if anybody have any tutorial videos on how to keep your cat off your kitchen counter from eating all your turkey burgers, please send them my way. Because this dude cleaned 3 turkey burgers last night. And I am so mad at him. And the bad part is, I literally made him a deluxe dinner. When I say deluxe dinner, I mean I warmed it up for him, you know, added some cat seasoning with the can in the dry food. It was not enough for him. I got a fat back as a cat. I don't know how I get that. But all right, let's hop into the session. Let's get everybody in. Thank you everybody for hopping in. This session is recorded, so just be mindful. We have our what? Actually, I don't know. We were supposed to make some group announcements to the Discord, but we had to move our session from Tuesday to today. Not our session, the crypto charting session, but just our team member session. And also to put the good news out there, y'all, I got the course done somewhat. I just got all of the basic basic foundation done, if that makes sense. I don't know how to chop up Canva with video voiceovers, so Mark and LJ is going to help me with that either this weekend or I think Monday, so we can get that out. So y'all look forward to the starting 5 indicators course, right? I kind of want to flash it, but I don't want to flash it. We just gonna wait because, like I said, it's very plain. It has no pictures on it, not pictures, but it has no colorful graphics on it. I'm gonna leave that to the creative people. I just have the technical analysis information input in it, but I'm actually pretty happy about it. I got a little flustered the other day because I got done with it on, what was that, Tuesday, I believe. But then something told me to ask Chat GPT, and I was like, yo, tell me what I'm missing from it. And man, they gave me everything. Chat GPT made me feel like I had to redo the whole course over again, but I just had to make it more fluent and just add a little bit more beginner terminology in there with some catchy phrases and stuff like that to remember some of the indicators by. So it came together pretty well, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about it. LJ did tell me, he was like, you're gonna know when it's complete. So and I feel like it is there. I just have to we just got to mix and match some of the voiceovers, and then we'll get it out to you all. Yeah. So just kind of let that be known, but we're going to go ahead and start getting into some of these charts. They saying that I believe the FOMO meeting or the Trump meeting or Powell is going to speak about the interest rates. I think, is it next week or is it 2 weeks from now? I think the 15th, if I can remember correctly. I can't really recall off the top of my head, but say it again.
17th.
Oh, the 17th. All right, awesome. So for about it's probably about 2 weeks from now. So it's going to be a big day in the market. A lot of people are anticipating a crypto splash. All right. I wouldn't, I would second that, but at the same time, we know how market makers work. They like to, kind of have people thinking one thing, but then after that they do another. So if we may not get a splash that day, we may get a splash 2-3 days afterwards. But just to kind of highlight that September's are usually red months. So even if we do get a splash, it could be a fake splash. It can be a starter splash. Every single time anything breaks above a level or a key, let's say resistance level or something like that, we still always have to get that retest. So the splash may happen, but we have to still wait after the retest. Ethereum already hit an all-time high. So I really don't know what splash everybody's talking about. We've been in a bull run slick all summer. So I'm very actually interested. I don't watch news, to be honest, about crypto or anything like that. So I'm actually I'm actually pretty excited to see what's going to happen, because I know there's a lot of people who's like relying on that news to determine what moves they're going to make investment wise. So I just want to tell everybody, stick to the charts. Understand the fundamental analysis of everything, but definitely have your technical analysis already set in stone. Because like I said, we've been in a bull run literally for a minute now. We're probably on the last leg of a bull run is kind of what I'm kind of itching at. But we all know that we always have the holiday run. So at the end of the day, we're going to get those big green candlesticks continuously in the market, especially for crypto. So just wait. Be patient, but definitely build your bag. When I say build your bag, the reason why I say that is because you don't want to, you just don't want to miss out. I don't want nobody to miss out on anything. So just right now, build your bag, gain as much knowledge as you can. I haven't really even been trading like that. That's why I haven't been posting too many charts in the group. On top, I mean, I was working on the course, but at the same time, I'm just trying to lead by example and basically say build your bag, right? If you don't have your long-term setups already in play, it's okay. You didn't miss out on anything. Ethereum is only one asset. Bitcoin is the other asset. All right. There are at least an XRP. There's at least 30 other big name tokens that you can go ahead and start your investment on that are in a good position to go ahead and get into. So I want to kind of go through a couple of those after we talk about Ethereum, after we talk about Bitcoin dominance in the US to the dollar dominance chart, to try to highlight and give insight on what's going on with the market overall and what people can anticipate that can happen. So with that said, we're going to leave this where it's at, right? And let me go to the Discord real quick and let me just kind of run my eyeballs through something to try to, to try to see what I actually said the other day. Dang it, I put in a video form. Never mind. I'm not we're not going to watch this video, but I put in a video form. Let me try to look at it. Okay, I basically was saying that the Bitcoin dominance in US to the dominance chart has a bullish target to go hit. So it's going to be a lot of iffiness, a lot of volatility in the market on the red side, not necessarily the green side, but mostly the red side. Even the pump that we're getting right now in the market, to me, is a bearish retest for some altcoins. And some can be a some of them can be a an actual breakout. So this is the Ethereum video of the play. So we'll go over that, and then yeah, that's cool. So right into the charts. Let's hop right into Ethereum. What is going on since last week? And we posted, was it last week or 2 weeks ago when we posted this setup for Ethereum, this kind of small little scalp trade for Ethereum? Let me put it on the 4-hour time frame. We're still technically in the money with this cup and handle pattern. And what we got earlier this weekend, like a mosquito bit me. But what we got earlier this weekend was a breakout, and what it looks like what we're getting right now is a bullish retest. Every time price breaks a level, it has to come back down for a bullish retest. So hopefully this is what we consider a full-fledged bullish retest, and Ethereum does not have to come back down anymore. It can just, you know, start running up and, you know, going back to our all-time highs. We have our target for this cup and handle pattern. Let me take off these moving averages. They're kind of looking nasty. But let me move this out the way. Ooh, what's up 9%? Oh, party. Okay. But we still have this cup and handle trade still active and still going, has yet to hit our 6% stop loss. So we're looking at Ethereum to get to about, let me adjust this measured move. This measured move is pulled from this cup from the top to the bottom, well, from the top to the bottom. And we take that and we put it right here at the bottom of our handle before the breakout. And after that, this would be our ultimate target. So I'm gonna have to pull this down even some more and put it at about an 18% trade. Ethereum is only up about, I put my about 1.44%. So we got about 17.56% to go. All right. So I'm still a valid trade, still not financial advice, but still a, you know, could be a valid entry still right now with a nice 6% stop loss. Your stop loss probably about 7.5 or 8%, depending on when you, if you decide to take it, or if you decide to, you know, do your own TA and hop in on as well. But like I said, this is not financial advice, but this is just the next higher high that I have for Ethereum that's set up. Overall, I have Ethereum going up to 54 and then 56, and then ultimately we have it set for 67. Let me zoom out so y'all can see the beginning of the trade that we entered a long time ago, which we love, because it's nothing like holding profits, right? So we entered Ethereum all the way back here around 1500. We called the 1382 drop. Well, I called 1380. It was 1382. My apologies for the $2 mishap, but we caught the bottom. We ran it up for the top. We're enjoying good profits. My investments are still up around what, about 168%, probably a little bit more than that, because I caught Ethereum at, oh, I caught it at 15. I caught the second one at 16. So yeah, they're up about 165, you know, probably yeah, about 165, something like that. And hopefully to continue, right? Hopefully to continue to hit our full measure move of Ethereum's all-time high before we get rejected. If we can get this full 300% move, perfect. And I believe when this move gets hits, that's when basically we're going to enter the bear market. That's just my opinion. Now, during this time frame, the crypto boom that everybody is looking forward to is basically when Ethereum decides to start to actually go in deep into price discovery. Anytime an asset hits or passes an all-time high, it enters price discovery, and it is one of the hardest things to track because there's no resistance at the top, none at all. The only thing you have is support at the bottom. You have no resistance at the top, which means that saying the sky is the limit is so true in those instances, and we don't know when it's going to decide to turn around, but we have technical analysis help guide us. We have it to 67, so hopefully that is the case. Hopefully we have a clean trade. Hopefully we caught history, was inside history, and we actually made profits from history. So in this time when Ethereum is going to be doing all of this all-time high discovery, right, in this space, all of this space right here, that to me is when alts are going to have their alt season. All right, that's when the top coins, the top 20, top 30. Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear that. Okay, total. Let me switch over to APT. The total done moved a little bit more. So let me just delete these alerts. Delete and then delete. All right, back to Ethereum. So when the market starts, well, when Ethereum starts getting to this, to me, that's when we're going to experience alt season, where we're going to have Polkadot, Litecoin, Uniswap, Dogecoin, shoot, even Shiba, Pepe, with Peanut, every single meme token you think of is going to be trying to sit here and hit an all-time high, probably within like 3 months. Probably within like 3 months. 3 strong, green, big, thick candlesticks. I think that's what's going to happen. That's kind of my prediction if Ethereum does kick it off with this cup and handle pattern, all right, to the upside. And then we just keep making higher highs and higher highs and higher highs. To me, that's when the alt season is going to really kick off, and why people are anticipating a bull run, right? A crypto splash, because like we said, Ethereum's been running all summer. It's been running since April, all right? April leading right into the summer. Ethereum has been making higher highs, all right, and also making higher lows, all right? So if Ethereum keeps continuing with its trend, then guess what? The alts are finally going to get their love, and then you're going to be seeing $600 plays. I mean, not $600 plays, 600% moves. You're going to see 200% moves. I mean, throughout the night, throughout the day. I mean, just non-stop, all right, non-stop. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and swap over to the, let me look at the 4-hour, and let me look at the moving averages real quick. Okay, 1 hour. All right, moving averages. Okay, yeah, it looks like a bearish retest. It looks like a bullish retest, but it looks like if ethers did a bearish, we shall see. This could easily be a flag to the downside, and we pop back up. Ethereum actually pops all the way back down here and then rips. What I mean by a flag, just something that looks like this. So Ethereum can easily be in this pattern right here, right? A bullish retest to our takeoff point or our launch pad, and then rip back up to the upside, because this does look like a decent cup. If I was to stretch this back a little bit, take off this trend line, stretch this back just a little bit, so you can see this cup that I see. Looks like a decent cup and handle. All right. Boom. There goes our second cup and handle. So it looks like that's what Ethereum is kind of forming. As long as this handle, right, as long as this retraces and it doesn't, exceed the bottom of this cup, this pattern will be valid to the upside. All right. But if it does break it, then guess what? We'll be reassessing the chart and trying to see what's going on. So that's what we have for Ethereum so far. I think I just got a notification that Bitcoin just went right back below. I think it was a 111, or was that 110? Oh yeah, went back below 111, kind of hanging around a 110. So let's look at that real quick as well, because I haven't looked at Bitcoin in about a couple of weeks. So let's look at Bitcoin real quick before we hop over to their inverse charts. So Bitcoin, we can go to spot. That's cool. I never charted on this. Wow, I never charted on this. That's what's up. Okay, we found a blank Bitcoin screen. That is awesome. Let me go to pink list, not Bitcoin dominance. Let's click on Bitcoin. Oh wow, Bitcoin fell out of our box. So let me delete the box, and let's highlight this falling wedge. Extend it. Boom. Take this down just a little bit. Extend it like that. Boom, bada bing. Bam. That looks like a decent falling wedge. That's what, one bottom touch, one top touch, second bottom touch, second top touch, third bottom touch, breakout. We need a bullish retest. So I'm gonna put an alert right here at 107. If Bitcoin exceeds 107, then I'll probably be sitting here looking at the market to kind of fall a little bit more. But I highly doubt that's going to happen, because Bitcoin hasn't hit our full target at 134. So yeah, let's wait for this to kind of pan out and consolidate to see what's happening. But we can't confirm a push up for Bitcoin or Ethereum or the rest of the crypto until we make sure that this US dollar tether dominance chart and this Bitcoin dominance chart hits their targets. So let's go to the USDT, which is what most crypto is traded against. Either it's traded against USD or USDT, or if you a USDC person, then it's USDC. But this is basically the inverse chart to crypto. When this is bullish, crypto is bearish. When this is bearish, crypto is bullish. So what we have so far overall, what I was talking about in the group when I said that we have a slight cup and handle pattern possibly forming on the on the US dollar tether, what I was looking at was this right here. I know they like, man, this dude's going rapid fire. Yes, 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 because I want to get to these altcoins and get to these possible positions that's in the market. What I kind of see for the US dollar tether on the bull side is just this. A decent, wait, that wasn't it. That was not it. Was it this one? Either way, we have a slight little rounded bottom going on. This would have been our handle. All right. Still another cup and handle. The easiest pattern to kind of spot because of the deep dip that it does, the rounded bottom that it does. So that's kind of that one, or would it be this one too? It could be. It's so many rounded bottoms in here. It's kind of crazy. So just to kind of throw it out there, we could be looking at a pattern or a measure move like this to the upside, right? Boom, bada bing, and there you go, right? But it does look bullish. I can pull out 1,000 measure moves. It's really no need, to be honest, just because it's it's iffy, right? If September is a red month, we're the beginning of September. The US dollar tether can really pop and dump and pop and dump and just kind of take you out your trades. But to me, it's not the US dollar tether that we have to really worry about this go around. It's going to be the Bitcoin dominance chart, just because it looks a little bit more uglier, right? It looks more uglier. And because it looks a little bit uglier, I'm a little bit more excited because once it's that target, because it's so ugly, we should be entering a bull run, right? We should be hopefully entering a bull run, or just a bull day, a bull week, or a green week, or something like that. But we do have bullish targets set for the US dollar tether dominance. So what we did so far was we got a nice pump up, which was the dump that we got for the past couple of days, right? We got a nice pump up, boom, we hit some resistance, and now it just did a nice decent drop, which is why we just got a nice spike up in crypto. Okay, so this is just the inverse chart to all of crypto. So if you ever get iffy with where the market is possibly going, or if should you be a buyer or a seller, just look at the US of the dominance chart. Whatever TA that you put towards your own crypto investments and how you read that, look at this the same way. If you feel like you want to buy it, then you should probably halt on buying crypto. If you think that this chart is going to be bullish, definitely halt on your crypto and wait for this to hit that bullish level from a measure move, from a pattern, or if it just hits resistance. Okay, so the US dollar tether dominance chart is slightly bullish. I could go into the bearish scenarios, but we will be here all day because deciphering all of this consolidation that it's been doing, okay, all this consolidation that's been doing right here, fighting with this resistance level right here, it'll probably be a little bit too much. All right, because I could be here for about 30 minutes trying to figure out what's about to happen, and there's no need. We've been in an uptrend for crypto, so just stay the course, right? Stay the course. When I'm looking at the charts, if you're a day trader, if you're a scalper, yes, you can go ahead and look at this. If you're trying to make a quick day trade or a quick 2-day trade or a swing trade, yes, hop in this. Hop and study it on a daily, on a 4-hour, and a 1-hour, so you can get great entries on your assets for a quick little swing trade. But if you're like, hey, I believe in the crypto bull run that's about to happen either at the end of September, the 3rd week of September, or even the beginning of October, the middle of October, whenever it will be, you just already know that it's not about if we're going to dump. It's really about which assets you want to sit here and invest in. All right, so with that being said, I don't want to really kind of give bearish biasness, you know what I mean, to you all, but actually just kind of show some type of discipline, because on the actual bull side of crypto, which means the bear side for this chart, what I'm sitting here and I'm paying attention to is this inverted head and shoulders that needs to play out. So that would be a cup, but it's inverted, so it'd be going this way, right? And this would be our handle. Okay, so let's not forget the bigger picture that did form and that we did play. So it's so we're not getting too distracted with some red candles or some red weekly candles. All right, this is the inverted cup and handle that we've been talking about, you know, for a minute now, and it did break. We did enjoy Ethereum running to its all-time high when this finally broke out and it broke down. All right, what this is basically doing is doing a bearish retest to these levels right here. So it's bearishly retesting, saying, can we get back up? Can we get back up? Can we get back up? And if we do get back up, guess what? We have another level to go ahead and mess with, and we may not break this. Honestly speaking, I don't think we're going to break this. I think too many people are following Trump too heavy to where they know that Trump don't want to lose money. So they like, shoot, how can we lose money? Right. So that's kind of what I think is going to go on. So we do have a big bearish move to the downside from this chart overall on the bigger time frames. Okay. So don't get caught up in a little smoke. All right. This could just all be DCA moments. All right. This could all just be DCA moments on your long-term holds. All right. On your long-term holds. So with that being said, let's hop over to the Bitcoin dominance chart, because this chart is actually going to, this chart, like I said, is ugly, right? This looks ugly. It's a big rounded top. Rounded tops do not pay the bills. All right. They do not pay the bills. So with that said, if this asset is going to be bullish, right, as soon as it hits its target, yo, I am loading up. When I say I'm loading up, I'm loading up. And that's why I keep saying stack your investment bag, because when it is time, it is time. Last year, when I looked at the charts and I looked at my old trades, I started most of my long-term investments in like the very first one was like around October 17th, and it was a bottom call. After that, it was a month later that I seen more long-term investments that started like around November 12th, November 6th, November 8th-ish. So basically from October to November may be the best times to start DCAing. But 2 years ago, the best time to buy the bottoms, well, the bottoms, some bottoms for some assets were actually in the middle of August, towards the end of August. All right. So just kind of give y'all like some historic timeline from a trader who's been in here doing it. We are in the time of, in my opinion, not financial advice, but in my opinion, of DCA. All right, of just buying the lows, grabbing those dips. All right, now hopefully they ain't no more dips afterwards, but you know they do pan out in the long run. So that's why I want to go ahead and get to these other assets. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, because I want to highlight the pattern that I am waiting for to hit for Bitcoin dominance, so I can try to start, you know, having some fun in the market. So I can start staying up till 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, just trading my little booty off and having just a blast, right? Having a blast. So what we see is a nice cup, all right, with the handle to the downside, and we got the breakout. The breakout popped out, gave us a bullish retest, right off of support. So we got a bullish retest, and then we started to run. Now the measure move of this cup and handle would be from the bottom of the cup, all right, all the way to the top of the cup. You're going to take that measure move and you're going to put it right at the bottom of your handle lowest price point. All right, so that low wick, or it could be a full candlestick. And then after that, we take it up to this target, which is why you see I have a horizontal line right here, and also why you see I have an alert set. Hold up, y'all. I'm zooming in and I think my measurements are off. So like I said, I want to play in the market as soon as this target hits. So let me make sure this is correct. All right, so that's about right there. We're going to put it about right there. Okay, cool. No. So pull my alert down before that target fully gets hit, and let's pull this down right at it. All right, boom, bada bing. So we only got a little bit more room to go. Okay, we got a little bit room to go. If I was to do a secondary, is that a bullish? Is that a double bottom? Y'all. Okay, we got two scenarios. We have two scenarios. All right, I just spotted a double bottom, but we got two scenarios. All right, we got two scenarios. It's gonna be two scenarios, and it's gonna be some two sexy scenarios. All right, one that's gonna be definite, the other one that's gonna be dang it. All right. So we got a double bottom right here. All right. If I was to put a horizontal line right here, you can see these two wicks hit right there at the same level. Okay. Now, remember I said rounded tops don't pay the bills. Okay. This is a rounded top, but sometimes rounded tops are also double bottom plays. All right. Which is a W pattern. All right. A W pattern is a reversal pattern. Okay. A reversal pattern means that it's going to switch trends. Okay. So if it's going to switch trends, that means this W pattern is going to switch from a downtrend to a full-fledged uptrend. All right. Luckily, we are on the hour time frame and not the daily time frame. So the trend switching isn't going to be too heavy, but it is going to get us into some form of a higher high. All right. So if I was to do the measured move of a double bottom scenario, all right. So let me show you what a double bottom would most likely look like, where price comes down, pops up, comes back down again, and then runs. All right. It's basically just It's basically just a W. All right. It's a double bottom W pattern. All right. So the measured move of a double bottom is you're going to take the middle of the W, right? Go all the way down to where the two legs had found support. And you're going to take that measurement and you're going to put it right on top of the middle of the W. Now, if this pops to the upside, that's going to take us up to about right here. And you see, I already have a target or a trend line set for up here as well. Usually when double bottoms hit or when they form and they pump to the first target, right, and they complete that measured move, because it's a reversal pattern, it usually guarantees a second bullish pattern. All right. That second bullish pattern is usually a ascending triangle or a simple falling wedge or an ascending triangle, a falling wedge, or a cup and handle. Okay. If I was to pull up our pattern cheat sheet, let me show you what those patterns look like so you can kind of look for them if this is the scenario. We're talking about the bullish scenario for Bitcoin dominance. So let me see. Let me go to, all righty. We haven't looked at this one in a minute. There we go. So let's make it big. So you can be looking for an ascending, not an ascending, a falling wedge, right? Or a bull flag, whichever one you want to call it, an ascending triangle, okay? An ascending triangle or a cup and handle, all right? A cup and handle, all right? These are the three main patterns that I see that form after a double bottom gets hit, okay? Sometimes you may get an inverted head and shoulders. Where we at? Right here. Sometimes you can get an inverted head and shoulders, but usually what you're going to get is one of these three patterns, right? Because an inverted head and shoulders pattern and a double bottom pattern are reversal patterns, meaning that you're going to switch trends. All right. You find these at the bottom of price action where price is ready to go and start a new trend. All right. And the opposite, right, would be the head and shoulders. All right. And the double top, right? These are also reversal trend patterns. Okay. So which means that, hey, if we were in the uptrend, if you get a double top, guess what? You're going to enter a downtrend. All right. Same thing right here. Uptrend. You're going to hit resistance, come back down to support, pop again, hit resistance, come back down to support, pop again, hit resistance, and then now you're going to fall down to support. All right, to another level of support. So just be mindful that if this is this pattern right here, okay, where you take the measure move of the W and you put it on top of the middle of your W, right? That's how you get your next measure move. They usually form one of these three patterns, usually a cup and handle, But I have seen an ascending triangle form as well. And the falling wedge is just a guaranteed pattern that you can always chart. Every single pattern that you see on this screen has a falling wedge in it, and it has a rising wedge in it. Where's the rising wedge at? Where's the rising wedge? Oh, I see a bear flag. Where's the rising? Oh, here we go. This one right here. So it's going to have this pattern and this pattern. Every single pattern is made up of this pattern and this pattern. Okay. A pump is a rising wedge. All right. A dump is a falling wedge. Rising wedge, falling wedge, rising wedge. All right. Rising wedge, falling wedge, rising wedge, falling wedge, rising wedge, falling wedge. All right. So if you can trade a falling wedge, okay, you already got half the market on lock. Okay. You already got that. You got half the market on lock. If you can trade a falling wedge, you're good to go. All right. These next patterns, all right, they are made up of falling wedges, and rising wedges. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you want to get started with pattern trading, this is the one that you want to go ahead and start with. You can start with a cup and handle because it's the easiest DCAing type of pattern to go ahead and, you can take your time and throw your money in. Every single paycheck, I throw 10% in, because guess what? It's doing a lot of consolidation at the bottom. All right, it takes a long time for things to consolidate at the bottom, so you have time to invest into it. One of the very easy beginner patterns for beginners to go ahead and start day long-term positions off of. All right, but if you want to be an actual trader where you're, you can recognize, trend switchings and stuff like that, and decent market moves, then the falling wedge is going to be your best friend. I know it's a descending channel, but we call it a falling wedge. I wish I could edit this name and just put falling wedge. All right, even take out the bull flag. Like, I don't know why we have two. We have a we got a big brother of the pattern and a little brother of the pattern. I don't understand why they got Dr. Evil off of what's that movie back in the day? With Beyonce was in it. What's that movie? Austin Powers with the me. Yeah, I don't know why they got the me here, but hey, some people call it bull flag, falling wedge, descending, ascending channel. They all the same. All right, they're all the same. So yeah, if you can trade the ascending channel or the bull flag or the falling wedge, you are already 50%. You already got 50% of the market on lock. All right, so back to the charts. Okay, so that is our bullish scenario. All right, which I'm already anticipating. Like I said, I have a pump all the way up to the top of our trend line for our Bitcoin dominance chart. All right, because why? Everything is either a falling wedge or a rising wedge, and what the Bitcoin dominance is in a falling wedge. All right, it's that simple. It's that simple. So we already have a falling wedge kind of in play. So if this does pump up to our top trend line, then guess what? We're going to be good to go. Now, the bearish scenario would be an inverted cup and handle. All right, inverted cup and handle, where we have our cup that's upside down, and what we're forming now is our handle. Okay, the handle looks something like this. It ain't the prettiest handle. It's kind of janky. Ooh, actually, before I take that off, let me put a horizontal line right here so I don't forget what I'm looking at. And if, whichever pattern forms to be true, I'll post the update to the group not as soon as it happens. I might not be woke. Hopefully I am woke, but, I might not be woke. But if it is a, falling wedge, if it is a double bottom or inverted cup and handle, I will let you all know and keep you all updated so y'all don't have to stare at the charts and wait and, be in Lulu land. So, boom, bada bing. There goes our cup, our handle. What would make this not inverted cup and handle if this pumps higher than the bottom of this cup? All right, if it gets stuck right here and it can't pass this top, then guess what? We good to go. Right, we good to go. But sadly, y'all, we already have a cup and handle measure move that's saying that we're going to get above this cup. So just be mindful of this little mini double bottom pattern that's right here. Just be mindful of that. All right, so with the Bitcoin dominance covered, ETH a little bit covered, Bitcoin a little bit covered, and the US dollar tether a little bit covered, I want to go in and talk about these assets that I personally like. All right, so I did a position update. No, I didn't. I did a video on Polygon. Dang it. All right, so we're just gonna go over Polygon by itself. This is the trade that we talked about a couple of days ago. Actually, let me think. Let me be correct. Polygon was what? All right, zoom all the way down. Let's zoom all the way down. Hi. All right, we zoom all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. So we talked about MATIC about what, 6, 7, 8 days ago. And since our entry, it ran for it and been holding, it ran pop for holding about 18, 17, probably 15 or 10%, 16%. But at the end of the day, it's an OG token that is holding gains during the pullback. All right. That is what we want. We want to find our OG tokens to be holding gains during these pullbacks. Why? Is because, like I said earlier, I've seen that a lot of these bottoms have been during the last and second week of August. Okay. The last and second week of August. That's when I've seen a lot of bottoms that were the bottom that I missed 2 years ago. Okay. So I just want to highlight that even though it looks red and it looks bad, it doesn't mean that our OG tokens like Litecoin, Polygon, Polkadot, Uniswap, I already said Litecoin, well, not Stellar Lumens, but XMR, Monero, right? Chainlink, all of those, right? Bitcoin Cash stuff. Well, Bitcoin Cash been running. Stuff like that, right? All of those tokens like that. These are the times where people are grabbing positions. Okay. I don't know why, but they just do. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but it's just a pattern that I'm just paying attention to in the overall market and market price action in general. Okay. So I just want to point that out of saying that, it's going to be the big boy tokens first, Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Then we already had our XRP run. And then it's going to go into the top 100, top 50 tokens, your Polkadots, Chainlinks, stuff like that. And then the meme tokens, the boo-boo tokens, the ones that nobody know about, but they did a 300 run in 2 hours, all right? Those are going to be after the big boy tokens, after the medium boy tokens and the big boy tokens, okay? That's where we call alt season, all right? When all of crypto and all meme tokens are running, only thing they need is a little bit of volume and a little bit of news, okay? We talking about CoinMarketCap. Oh, Pepe just, I don't know, sponsored a child. Bam, runs for 45% an hour. It's like, yes, that's what alt season is going to bring us. Okay, so let's talk about not the meme tokens, right? Let's talk about those top 50, top 100 coins. All right, so let's look at Polka. Ooh, Bitcoin dominance is still going. It is still moving. So be mindful. It can get a little ugly. I can get a little ugly. Let me look at Ethereum real quick. Ooh wee. Look at that drop for that last bottom touch. Okay. We gotta watch this. We gotta watch this. I gotta set this alert down here. We gotta watch this. But let's talk about MATIC. All right, let's go to MATIC real quick. Since we did get into the trade and we did make some profits off it so far, and it's still holding. Oh, Victor is deciding to join us with his little AI. Let's go. So MATIC. Go to the daily time frame. MATIC is still holding around, what is that, about 13% in profits. May drop a little bit more back to the support area and then get a bounce. Even if it dips even lower, I'm okay with that because yeah, it's, to me, is pretty bullish. It's pretty bullish. Okay, it's pretty bullish. So MATIC is holding really good in profits during all of this dumpage that the market's been doing, and that's what we want to see. We want to see these OG tokens stand their ground. All right, they're not flustered. All right, now meme tokens, they doing 17% drops. They doing 20% drops. Okay, that's what meme tokens do. But these OG tokens should be standing their ground. Why? Because OG traders are holding their positions. They're buying these lows, so it can't go no lower. All right, that's what we want, and that's a good sign for the market, because once these start to run up and people start making their profits, guess what? They're going to take those profits and then they're going to go to the boo-boo coins. All right, they're going to go to your Pepe. They're going to go to the whips. They're going to go to the MLNs and stuff like that. MLN is Enzyme. Enzyme was bought out by Polygon. All right, which is MATIC. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Polygon and Enzyme go hand in hand. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, futures leader PTP idle. Oh, we got some pumps, 35%, 27%, and 27%. Well, we already talked about that one. I think I even posted a chart on that. I just missed it. It ran for like 183% over the past week or so. I just missed it. I closed my trade a little too early, but it's okay. So Polygon MATIC is still holding good gains. Just, be mindful of the drop that it may do. It's okay. We're good to go still. Now, the one that I wanted to really look at was Polkadot. I'm a fan of Polkadot because I had a long-term investment on it earlier, like last year to this year, and it did really good during the first run up and the second run up. But I ended up closing it because it dropped a little bit too low for me, and I didn't want to keep DCing after seeing so much gains. So I let it go, and I'm ready to get back in it. Happily, it is still at a decent level, because when I bought it, it was around $4 or $5. No, it was around $5, and then I DCA'd it to get it down to about $4 entry. All right, that's not Polkadot. So DOT. All right. Man, just backspace. All right, Coinbase. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. Because somehow Coinbase got futures. Psh, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And on Tuesday, remember how somebody asked me about, does Coinbase delist their do Coinbase announce their delisting of their tokens? They don't. And you know what's funny? BitUnex does. I actually Googled it, and they, as soon as you, so let me just give this example real quick, and then we'll hop to Polkadot. So if you look up Coinbase delisting, right? When was this? October 21st, 2023, 2022. And you don't see nothing else recently that says about Coinbase delisting anything. Only thing they talk about is XRP and Bitcoin Cash. But oh, May 3rd, names 5 cryptocurrencies to be dislisted. That was the last time I guess they posted. Oh, that was TradingView. But I don't see it on actually Anyvest. But why doesn't Coinbase not say it? Where is the Coinbase? You see what I'm saying? Like, where is the Coinbase.com that says, hey, we are delisting something? You have to go on a super duper deep dive. None of this says Coinbase. These are all just news channels that's saying that Coinbase is going to delist something. But guess what? If you type in BitUnex, right, which is another investing platform that I use, right? If you type in BitUnex delisting, look what comes up. BitUnex.com to delist multiple tokens and trading pairs from spot. March 27th, right? Bagger. Well, that's TradingView. BitUnex, delist Bunex Help Center, right? Literally dark. PRA, right? 7/18/2025, 7/11. Like, they're all up to date. I don't understand why Coinbase won't do this simple task. Okay. So just be careful with buying meme tokens on Coinbase. Please, please, please. I don't want y'all to get caught in the stupid stuff that I got caught up with Coinbase, and them moving tokens from their main Coinbase platform to their Coinbase wallet platform, which is some BS. But just kind of, I just wanted to show how other platforms has way more transparency than Coinbase does. Coinbase is about making money. They're not about necessarily making you money, which is why their taxes are ridiculous. So just to throw it out there, not saying that I don't invest on Coinbase. My investments on Coinbase are strictly long-term, never to get in and out the market, never to do a swing trade for real like that. They're literally long-term, never to be touched. And yeah, after a certain time period, my Ethereum on Coinbase is going to go into a wallet. Whatever wallet, I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to choose one, but eventually it's going to be moved to a wallet, and that's that, because I don't need Coinbase to get stats off of my trade, period. I'm not going to let that happen. So I just wanted to show the transparency that Coinbase does not have. All right. The only downfall of Coinbase is that it does not have that transparency. I don't care about the taxes or anything like that, but all the rest of them do. Kraken, BitUnex. I don't know about crypto.com. I haven't really traded crypto.com since like 2022. So, but Gemini, Kraken, BitUnex, Mexi, all of those. If to me, the best platform overall to do long-term trusted stuff with is Uphold. So just kind of throw it out there. Uphold over Coinbase. All right. But I haven't used Uphold before. I just know about it because a person that I used to tutor, she used to work with Uphold, and she has a lot of insight on Uphold. So that's how I found out about it. And she was like, yeah, that's where you do most of your investing at, because they're actually trusted. They keep people up to date and all of that stuff. So they have all the tokens that Coinbase basically has and the rest of the market has. So Uphold. So I just wanted to highlight that because we did talk about that on the Tuesday session. But back to Polkadot. All right, back to Polkadot. I just wanted to highlight that because I was actually going to buy LEVER on BitUnex, And then I think that MEXC had delisted it. So I went ahead and Googled, is BitMEX going to delist it before I sit here and purchase it? And they said they were about to do it. They actually delisted it on the 3rd yesterday. So yeah, after Tuesday session, I was like, you know what? I'm not even finna play with it. I'm not finna play with it because I know how this delisting stuff works. Usually when a coin when it's about to be delisted, it does a stupid pop. It does a dumb pop. So I was gonna play a gambling, and I said, you know what, Sean? Don't be greedy. Just wait and keep it pushing. So I just wanted to highlight that for you all when it comes to Coinbase transparency with them moving their assets around. So let's go to Polkadot real quick and let me talk about this. So why do I like Polkadot? Let's go to the weekly time frame. Polkadot, the low for Polkadot was in July. Actually in June, set at about $2.99, $2, $3 flat, right? It is currently sitting at $3.73. It had a high of about, let's say, this is about what, $11. So that's like a what? From this area, from $3 or $4 to 11 or 12, that's like a 3x, right? Did really, really good, right? Like I said, I enjoyed this run up, and then I think I enjoyed, no, it was just this run up. This run was broke up though. This is big, but yeah, this run was pretty good. This run up was great. This run up was great. I just like Polkadot, but like I said, it kept dropping, and I wasn't finna keep holding on to no $4 worth of $4 or $5 worth of Polkadot when I can get it at $2 or $3, right? And DCN, nah, that wasn't gonna cut it. It wasn't cut it. That trade, nah, it was not gonna cut it. But Polkadot. Why do I like Polkadot? Let's talk about it. So if I was to pull up my indicators, okay, what I like about Polkadot, looking at the RSI, is the fact that it made, I'm on a weekly, hold up, let me go to the 3-day. What I like about Polkadot is that when it made this all-time low, right, it also made bullish divergence. So that's when price makes a lower low, all right, and your RSI actually makes a higher low. Now this is on a 3-day time frame. So this is a big boy divergence, which is why we got this nice big run up. All right. Now currently Polkadot is kind of consolidating. This doesn't look pretty. Honestly, I would tell you this does not look pretty. It does look like a bullish pennant, right? Where it looks something like this. Okay. But I don't know. I'm a little iffy on this right now. But like I said, this is one of the ones that I'm going to start DCAing into. But I already started DCAing into. And I'm going to continue to DCA into it because I believe in Polkadot. I like Polkadot. It's one of my favorite tokens. Yeah, it's one of my favorite tokens. So this kind of, when I see forming for Polkadot, is a nice, just a little bullish pennant. We already had a cup and handle right here. That still needs to hit its ultimate target. So let me delete this off. Okay. And then after that, this will be our handle. All right. Boom, bada bing. And then we have a measured move, which would be from the top of the cup to the bottom of the cup. Right there. We're going to put at the bottom of our handle, not this bullish pennant, but at the bottom of this pattern, right? This handle. All right, boom. And we can see that Polkadot is trying to take its way up to about $5. All right. From current price action right now, or from current price right now, that is about a good 30% pop. All right. Now, can Polkadot drop? Yes. Is it going to get this pop? I sure do believe so. I sure do believe so. I believe it will. Why do I believe it will? Is because when it made these 3 highs, all right, y'all know me, divergence control everything I do. It did not create no bearish divergence. Okay, so let me scoot this down so we can kind of look at this. All right, we're going to look at, let me break this, let me squeeze this down too, because I want y'all to look at this divergence right here. Well, the non-divergence right here. So we're going to be looking at this high. Let me use a vertical line. So this high along with this high, all right, then along with this high, all right. These highs are making lower highs, right? And on the RSI, if I was taking my ticker, this high read 59.61, this one read 59.14, and then this one read 55.56. Okay. when you get bullish reversal divergence, the only thing that's going to cancel it out is bearish reversal divergence. The great news about Polkadot is it didn't create no bearish divergence. It made lower highs on the on price action, and it also made lower highs on the RSI. So basically saying that it is bullish, saying that it is bullish. All right. It may be faking us out with this deep consolidation, right? With all of this just sitting here for days and days and days. But in my opinion, not financial advice, this thing is ready to start its uptrend. Okay. It is done to me making lower lows, and now we are making higher lows. Only thing we need to do is make one higher high. If we can get a higher high, we are good to go. And this cup and handle should give us that first higher high above this high and above this high. All right. So that's why I like Polkadot. And if we can find more tokens in this position on the OG side, then guess what? We're going to be good to go. Okay. We're going to be good to go. So I just want to highlight the position that Polkadot is in, the bullish pattern that is in, and then also how the technical analysis from the indicators are confirming that it does have the possibility of running up, and basically saying that we don't have no evidence that it actually wants to come back down. All right. So I just want to throw that out there for Polkadot, and because Polkadot does look really, really good. All right. It looks good to me. It looks scrumptious. All right. It looks scrumptious. So I just want to throw that out there. Let me add this horizontal line. I am going to post this chart to the group. Wait, did I post Polkadot to the group already? Or I think I post Sandbox. I don't think I posted EOT yet. No, last time I posted was 611. So yeah. I haven't posted Polkadot in a minute. So yeah, to me, the time for Polkadot is now. It been here. We should have got it back here in June, right? In 611. Well, 611 was when? 611? 611 is it right here? Oh yeah, I was saying left shoulder, and then hopefully you rip. Now that thing dipped and made a just came in to blow over. So which is cool. But man, it seems like Polkadot is in prime position like Polygon was to just start and never turn around. Honestly speaking, we're talking about Polkadot was valued at all-time high is at about 54 bucks. If you can get it at $3, $4, y'all, that is an automatic 10x. Okay. If Bitcoin hit an all-time high, Ethereum already hit an all-time high, and we're looking for the rest of the top 50 tokens to go to hit an all-time high, just like XRP did. Guess what? Polkadot, Polygon, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Uniswap, all of these top tokens that have been here since the beginning of time with the rest of these, with this beginning of crypto, they are all set to follow the big boys, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So just think like that. Think they hit all-time highs, the rest of the market has to follow. All right. Not financial advice. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm gonna keep saying, hey, this is a good setup, but I don't need to get sued. But I'm not a financial advisor. But hey, the TA from the charts are saying this team is ready. Man, to the upside it goes. So this is a deep rounded bottom. All right, y'all. If y'all had to think about a cup and handle for your savings, my gosh, it gets no beautifuler than this. Is that a word? Is beautifuler a word? I don't think so. But yeah, man, this is just something that I don't want to miss on a long time. Oh, 1,300% on a spot trade. Man, I throw $25 on a 10x and live my best life. I'm sorry. I am sorry. When I get this survey payout, it is a $345 survey payout, right? I am throwing at least 80% of that thing into Polkadot. The next survey I get, I'm gonna find me another OG token to throw it into, and another OG token, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's what my plan is. I need to grab these lows. All right, period. These are lows of a lifetime. All right, this is a 1300% spot move. My gosh, it may take 6 years. It may take 5. It may take 3 months. Okay, it may take 3 months. All right, from November to December to January. All right, and then when taxes come, they're gonna drop the market because they like people got money, and when people get money, guess what? They like to sit here and try to invest and do things that they should have been did a long time ago. But because rent, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve, they broke. So guess what? Now they want to sit here and invest because they want to sit here and travel and go to Africa and go to Italy, and they want to do all this other stuff, right? They want to live their life out because literally it's the end of the year. Cool beans, do what you want to do. Not me. I'm be sitting here trading my booty off. So it is what it is. So just think of it like that. Just kind of think of how non-traders and people who just following people like us, it's like, oh man, when did you get Ethereum? Well, I got Ethereum back in June. What? Ethereum at 8,000? Yup. I'm gonna get some now. They're gonna rug pull them. They're gonna rug pull them every time. Every time February and March come, they rug pull everybody. That shit is so funny. It ain't funny. It's only funny after you went through it and you survived it. It's not funny when it happens to you. Okay, it wasn't funny when it happened to me my first go round in crypto, but it was funny afterwards. All right, it was funny afterwards because it taught you lessons. So just kind of throw that out there. Just kind of throw that out there. Polkadot, 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 Polkadot. All right. Now, another asset that I want to go ahead and highlight. What was the one that we talked about on what's the one that we talked about? We said, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Polygon. Hold up, y'all. I have to go. I be forgetting that I'm streaming live on YouTube. So give me a second. Let me make sure ain't nobody in the YouTube chat. I don't even have it up. That's the bad part. I'm so sorry, but I don't even have it up. But yes, we said no thanks. Polkadot, sign, ETH, Polkadot. I didn't even put party up there. Okay, cool beans. We said Polkadot, MATIC, sign, ETH, Polkadot. Okay, cool. We covered all of them. So what's another one I can talk about? Aptos. So APT. So make sure y'all what APT's been doing since the first time we posted it and when we recently just updated it the other day. So the first time we posted Aptos, I said this. I said, y'all, this is a nice cup with a great handle. I mean, a handle for days, a handle for the ages. All right. One bottom touch, one top touch, second bottom touch, second top touch, third bottom touch, wait, literally waiting, consolidating at the bottom, was in a bullish lineup, 21 moving average, 50 moving average, 80, 100, 200, chronological order, right? Man, this was back in July, all right? When I reposted it and gave a quick update yesterday, right? This is what it looks like. It ain't moved, but it's good, right? It's good, okay? It did dip into our stop loss, all right? It did dip into our stop loss, but it didn't get stopped out. So I went ahead and got some more, okay? Bought some more. I got my first investment on Kraken, which I didn't know I did. I literally checked it the other day, and I was like, "Oh snap! I didn't know I bought Aptos. I got Aptos, Litecoin, Polkadot, Kava, Monero, and XCN are my long-term investments on Kraken that they're still holding. They're all in profits, probably about 20 or 30%, except for Kava. Except for Kava. XCN is up like 200% still. Monero is up about 30 or 40%. Litecoin is up about 30 something percent. And then Kava, I think, is down like 12, I think. Litecoin is up about, I think it was up 14% when I looked at it, because I got a bad entry on Litecoin. Because I think I bought it exactly at I think like 97 or 98 or 100 bucks. I think I bought it exactly at 100. So Aptos is still sitting. Now when I zoomed in for you all on a secondary chart, right? I said this cup and handle looks ready to break out. All right, so let's look at that real quick. I want us to look at that because yeah, I'm still believing in Aptos, to be honest. So Aptos, let's just type it on the crypto. Let's pull it up right here. Is this the chart? Oh, yay, it is the chart. Perfect, 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 perfect. I love when we click on the right exchange and get right to the money. So since I posted it and I said, hey, we was at the bottom of this handle and look like it's ready to go, guess what it did? It pumped. It started to pump right afterwards. And that was good. We pointed out on the 4-hour time frame that, hey, we got a cup and handle at the bottom, even though we are in our stop loss. Okay, we are in our stop loss range. Hey, this is like a great DCA time, a great DCA time. All right. And it popped, ran up for a good little percent. I don't know how much it went up for. What was it, about 6%, 7%? Did a good little number since we posted it, right? Great call, great entry, right? So cool. What's happening right now? I personally don't know. It dipped after it hit the top trend line. And then it came back down, and it could be flagging out for a breakout. It could be. I personally don't know. I don't even know if I should look into it too heavy, because it might make me biased. But yes, it's still at the bottom. But Aptos is one of those OG tokens that can actually run up to about, a lot of people projected it back in the day to at least $12, $11. All right. The all-time high for Aptos, let me go to the weekly time frame. Okay. The all-time high for Aptos was 19. All right. The trade that we got set out for is taking it to an all-time high to 21. All right. So that's about a 300% move from when we posted it. Not from right now. From right now, if you was to grab Aptos on a long term, on a long term hold, if Aptos gets to $21 and you was to buy it now around about $4, ooh, look at that little switch candle on a weekly time frame. Next week, it seems like next week Aptos is gonna boom if this doji candle holds on a weekly time frame. So let's kind of scoop this up. Let's scoop. Original position was at 22. Our first target is at 22%. Guess what? If you started your investment right now, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. Educational purposes only. There we go. Education purpose only. All right. Your first target actually for 40%. All right. You'll be better off than me. All right. You'll be 20% up on me. Okay. Because guess what? I got a bad entry. All right. Now, that same 20% difference, all right, that same 20% difference is going to make a big difference in the long term, okay? Because that same 329% that we're looking at to grab, guess what? It will actually be 390%. That 20% difference is going to give you a 70% return if this holds to be true. All right, that is perfect. That is perfect. That's how you become a disciplined trader. That's how you look like a goat wizard. All right. You look like somebody who can predict the future. And you're like, wow, who told you about Aptos? Nobody. Just say nobody. Don't say me. Just say nobody, because you did your own research. All right. You did your own research and you used your own funds. You did your own, you put your heart and soul and you manifested a nice return on your investment. So Aptos to me is a easy call. Why? Because the pattern is just too sexy. The pattern is just too sexy. It's a simple cup and handle. We talk about cup and handles all the time. It's a simple cup and handle. Simple cup and handle. So when Aptos gets to going, y'all, oh man, I'ma love life. I'm gonna love me some life because I'm a leverage trade this. Yes, I'm a 10 exit. So I'm not gonna get 300. I want 3,000. I want 4,000%. Yes, I got my long-term hold going. So long-term hold, do what it do. DCAing into it a little bit more. It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, throw in $25. Hey, come back out with about 12, 1,300, 14, 2,000. It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, what more do you want from the world? We sure don't want to keep working. All right. We want to sit here and take extra 2-3 days on our vacations. Why? Because crypto paved the way. Crypto paved the way. So do I have any questions, or would y'all like me to do some TA on one of the tokens that y'all are interested in? Litecoin, Uniswap, XRP, Dogecoin, with Pepe, Peanut, Solana. I'm not a Solana fan. Solana tries to go against Ethereum, and I support Ethereum heavy. You know, it's like Team Falcons and Team Gators. So yeah, I'm not finna jump ship. I don't care. I don't care how good Solana looks. I don't care how much they talk about it. I'm not going to jump ship because Solana is trying to take over Ethereum, and I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about it and advertise it. But Solana is actually pretty good. All right, Solana is actually pretty good. But if I had to think about any other token, if y'all don't have any, do I got any takers? We giving out some free TA today. Are you in VTH? Is that Vito? All right, Vito. I actually was looking at that. No, I'm not in VTH on a long term, but I was looking at that, Larry. That's kind of crazy that you said that because I was. It's in my red list. You see, my red list is my hit list. All right, but Vito actually looks pretty damn good. I'm glad you said that because Vito actually looks really, really dang good. Now, the reason why I like Vito, let me pull up the daily time frame and let me show you why I like Vito. Ooh, snippy snappy. Vito may be ready. Vito may be ready. Yeah. Yeah, dang. I didn't check my position. That thing is down 5%. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. It didn't hit our stop loss, so it's still good. It's still good. But Vito, after it hit the, well, it didn't hit the first target. I caught the run up and then got out of it. Yeah. I had yeah, my futures trade. No, once it hit up, you raise that stop loss into profits, and after that, you kind of let it, if it take you out, I let it get taken out. That's why I do my long-term holds. But Vito, I really, really like it because guess what? Remember I told y'all a long time ago, when you want to find the bottom of a chart, you go to the daily time frame and you want to look at the RSI. And if the RSI gets into the oversold area or below 31, it is a good chance that it's going to start running. Vito is one of the only few, along with a couple others in the market, that is still maintaining this overbought scenario. All right. It's still maintaining this overbought scenario. And most of the market that is dumping really, really hard is because it went from the, I'm sorry. I kept saying overbought. I'm so sorry. Let me start that over. Vito is one of the few in the market right now that is in the oversold scenario. All right, on the RSI on your daily time frame. On a daily time frame, when an asset gets into the 31 and below, it is a highly likely chance you're finna get a bull spike. Okay, you're finna get a lot of green candles or a good green candle out of it. All right. Now, what's going to negate this oversold is when it pumps up to this overbought on the daily time frame. All right. Vito is one of the few tokens that never went into the overbought range on the daily time frame. All right. After getting to the oversold range. All right. Which is why I talked about, was it Sign? Is Sign one of those two? Sign is one of those, which is why I posted Sign yesterday, is because Sign was one of the ones I never covered. I covered a long time ago, but and I haven't covered that went into the 31 range. All right. It came down to 30. If you read this RSI level right here, it came down to 30.98. All right. Which means it's a good chance this thing is going to pop. All right. Which is why I posted it. Now, if I was to go to my hit list, exclude all of these all the way down to, so let me take this off. No, I was kept down. Okay. Keep Resolve, FXS, ACH, Zaribo, and Glen. All of these are in the oversold scenario that never got overbought. Okay. So if you see anything on here, please screenshot it, because these are the ones that are going to be my next playmates. All right. I'm finna have me some fun with this hit list, because all of them, if I look at all these charts, if I go to the daily time frame, they haven't really dropped too heavy. And they're at, let me take off the VRVP. And then also, let me kind of zoom out for you, kind of show you where they're at. Cup and handle, right? Cup, handle, breakout, bullish retest, 86 fib level. Good hold, right? Math, it already did its thing. Usual, same thing, right? We need the RSI. So delete. All right. RSI. See, I went to the oversold, never got into the overbought range. Look how the chart looks. Decent falling wedge. All right. Decent falling wedge pattern. Just pay attention to it. Look for some bullish divergence. Boom, bada bing. Look at that. Look at this bullish lineup that it's doing. 21, the 50 is about to cross the 80. It's going to be in a bullish lineup. Cool beans, right? Alice, old school token. Got to the overbought, got to the oversold range, never got to the overbought range. Guess what you can pull? A decent cup and handle. Cup, handle. All right. This is most likely at the 886 fib level. I'm just trying to drop y'all the sauce. I'm just trying to drop y'all the sauce of how I'm tackling all of these. All right. So any one of these that's in this list, all right, except for GPS. GPS needs to come hit this bottom target first from this descending triangle. All right, I got a target set right here, which one my alert is right here. This is going to be a big boy play if it does hit. All right, we don't got no bullish divergence yet. No reversal bullish divergence there on our RSI. We're just gonna let that happen. In the chat, who's in the chat? Oh, dang man, we did move our team into today. Dang it. All right, cool. But yes, Vito is on my list to be played with because it did not get into the oversold range. The volume is pretty low. It's just waiting for a whale. Okay, it's really just waiting for a whale. So the trade is still active. My long-term hold is inside the dips a little bit, but at the same time, it is yes, it is still very good and delicious looking, in my opinion, Mr. Williams. So wait, Mike Larry, what happened? I'm like, yo, this man changed his name. Exactly. Oh man, y'all funny. You funny, bro. But yeah. Vito is definitely pretty sexy. If I was to talk about another one that I did like, it was Pingu. Pingu looks really good. For a 618 drop. All right. We got 1, 2, 2, waiting for that third. Don't know when the third gonna come, but the third comes, should definitely be a pretty sexy. Another one would be ACT is like one of those tokens that can easily just pop for no reason. You know what I mean? Just one of those low tokens that you just pop for no reason. High risk trade. There's no good market structure right here that I can pull out. So I'm gonna have to wait for that one. Virtual is A1. It's always been A1. Just waiting. We recently just got into the oversold region on the daily time frame. So just keep that noted. And then we also have Bake. Just did a dip. All right, and it's coming right to my little target down here. Hopefully it does hit. But like I said, it did just get into the oversold range on a daily time frame. Red is one of those ones that are Red USDT is a sleeper. Okay, it's a sleeper. Why? Because we got to the oversold range, we popped, right, and we never got overbought. Volume was still low. Somebody bought it. All right. Somebody put a big buy on here. All right. A big buy on here. I don't know who, but somebody started to load up right here on this volume. So watch out for Red. And then XAIs would look pretty good too. It was sitting at the 886 fib level. All right. We got oversold right here after becoming overbought. Came oversold. Boom. We just resting down here. So nice another cup with a handle. Breakout. Bullish retest. All right. Bullish retest. Never exceeded and got down to the low of our falling wedge of our cup and handle pattern. All right. So that's another good one. JTO, definitely yes. There is some hype behind this token. So just keep mindful of this one. I did look for the bearish signs. I didn't really see none because none of these levels it's been making a lot of higher lows. All right. So what I would pull from this is somewhat like a symmetrical triangle. Hopefully it does bounce to the upside. All right. Something that looks like this. All right. So if it can get it, hopefully it can. But the other one, DMC, y'all know DMC is a sleeper. We got a nice stupid pop. We enjoyed this pop as well. We love this pop. but it came all the way back down, got stopped out. It's cool. Came back down, made a lower low. We got down to the RSI at 30.45. Like I said, anything under 31 is a go. All right. 30.45. Never even got to the overbought. Freshly new token. Should definitely get the pop. We don't even have enough moving averages for the rest. We only have the 21 and the 50 showing. We don't even have the 80, the 100, or the 200. Fairly newly token. But guess what? It retraced down to the 886 fib level. Looking pretty good. Actually, let me make sure that's not no bullish divergence right there. Is that a lower low? No. I'm looking at this low and then this low right here. It made a higher low and the RSI made a higher low as well. So probably smaller time frames can give us a little bit more insight. Pingu, yes. Strike, yes. S. I'm watching S very, very heavily. Very, very, because once we get this 50 was already crossed. Once this 50 crosses over, I'm looking to play with this as well. So you can be expecting charts from all of these hopefully soon. Depends on how much money I can make to get them all. But this is my lineup of next things to go. We already talked about our long term on liquidity. Liquidity is doing a decent pullback. All right, after our long 3-day investment that we got right here, we enjoyed the pop up. Is now done a decent retest. So long term liquidity is definitely a good asset. We have falling price, falling volume, meaning that the downtrend is weakening. So we should see a pop pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but we should see a uptrend starting. So let me just kind of correct this a little bit. Might put it like that. We shall see. Don't know yet, but like I said, we did get oversold on a daily time frame. All right, that's my kicker that I'm looking for in the market, is oversold on a daily time frame, not overbought, but oversold. All right, because if you go to things that's been oversold, things that's been overbought, let's just click on one random one. Let's go to GMT. See how it got overbought, dipped down, didn't create no bullish divergence, no nothing. It's just kind of just dropping, right? Just kind of just dropping. All right. Still didn't get stopped out yet, but yeah, we got a breakout, a bullish retest. Stuff like this still can go, but I'm going with the highly probable things. All right. And the 31 below on the RSI drop is what's keeping me in there. Other stuff has just been, they just kind of just stretched. They just stretched out. Like, they're just not ready. Like this flat line like this, I don't trust it. Never trust the RSI when it gets like that. All right. I just don't trust it. I just personally don't trust it. Wait for this to actually drop a little bit lower. Pull this down some. Actually, we see our 86 fib level is right here. We say, hey, this is a simple top cup, flat cup. Y'all remember Lisa was asking about, do you get leveled cups on the price action when we was talking about drunken cup and handles or slanted cup and handles? This is one of those top portions of a cup where you get a easy tap and another easy tap. Boom, handle. All right. We like the 86 fib level for our cup and handle pattern. So to me, this isn't ready yet. Let it get to that 86 fib level, and then we can see what happening. Even if we look at our moving averages, we can see that they're all out of whack, right? We got the 80 above the 100, which is not in chronological order. And we got the 15 that gets below, needs to come below the 80 in the 100 to get in chronological order. So that's what I mean by that. Look for chronological orders because I do got to hop out. I'm so sorry, y'all. I do want to run in here with y'all till 9 o'clock, but it's okay. We'll hop back in. I don't know if I'll be home tomorrow. I'm still deciding on that. Depends on what the market does tonight. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. RSI, getting it into the oversold range. All right, make sure it's in the oversold range, get to that 31 and below. And then also look for chronological order with your moving averages along with that RSI getting like that, and with your RSI getting to the oversold range. And we should be good to go. Let me look at VITO a little bit deeper on a 4-hour time frame, kind of see what's going on. And it looks like we got some bullish divergence. We got a low right here. We got a higher low right there, right? So we made a higher low. Indicator made a lower low. So that is reversal. No, that's hitting continued bullish divergence. All right, saying that's going to continue to the upside. Ooh, that's a double bottom. Hold up, my bottom. That's a clean double bottom. Yeah. That's a solid retest. Yeah, let's go. With the hidden continue bullish divergence to confirm. We like that. Hold on. We got to look at these highs so we don't get no bearish divergence. All right, let's read this top. That's what, 55.77. This one is 55.12. So it made a lower high. Go. I like it. Oh man. Yeah. That bullish retest went hard. All right, double bottom to the top side. Let's go. Let's add another measured move to this setup. Let's go. Vito with a W in his back pocket, in the little back pocket too. That man got on cargo pants. He pulling out the works. All right, let's add another. We're gonna have to do an update on this one. Okay, say less. From entry, that's a what? 20% move. I ain't gonna write it. We already got 24 up here. It's cool. We ain't gotta write 20. We ain't gotta write 20, but we're gonna put that there. We're gonna do some pre-charting real quick and just highlight that bullish retest double bottom. And we do got some reversal. I mean, not reversal, we got some hidden continued bullish divergence. So when I do the update, I ain't gotta do too much charting. What about a beam? Let me look at the MACD real quick. MACD pulling up some love. Oh, MACD trying to get a crossover on the 4 hour. We lose some selling pressure too. Daily says what? Oh my God. Daily is waiting for a bullish crossover on the daily. Let's go. All right, Vito. We like that. We like that. Ooh, look at that. Look at it's turning pink. It's turning pink. Okay. Let me stop getting excited before I lose all my money. All in these setups, bro. Y'all don't understand. So the reason I looked at my Kraken account, because I was like, man, bump these long-term holds. I want to leverage trade this. I can make way more money leverage trading. But I said, be patient, don't be greedy. So I left them there. I was like, they in profits anyways. Just let them sit. That's what I forgot about. I forgot about the platform anyway, right? So just let them sit. Let them do their thing. Because I was going to XEN. Man, I was going to take XCN out through the mud because when I looked at the chart for XCN, I'm like, dang, dude, we caught XCN. We caught this run up for XCN all the way down here. Ran all the way up for like a good, what was that? That day ran for like what, 700% that day? I remember for 1,500. Man, look where it's at right now. That thing holding 200% gains, bro. I was like, man, I'm going to take it. I was going to close it. I said, no, Sean. Be patient. Just let it do what it do. Because guess what? It didn't get to the oversold region yet. It's at these wicks down on the RSI. It's at 32, and then this one was at 31.99, and then this one was at 31.76. That's not low enough for me. It's not low enough for me. I don't see no reversal bullish divergence on this downtrend. So I was like, man, I'm gonna close it because it's gonna drop again. But I say, no, Sean, be patient. Be patient. You still holding good gains, so just be patient, bro. Just be patient. So yeah, I was trying to, man, I'm like, I need all my money in leverage. But now I say, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, because that's you trying to force things in, and it's not good to force stuff. It's not good to be greedy. I don't care how much good stuff you see. Don't be greedy. Share the wealth. So with that being said, let me hop off, y'all. We got to go talk. I got to go talk to the group about this course, and then we'll see what the market is about to do. Let's see if that inverted cup and handle is going to play out for Bitcoin dominance, or is it going to be a double bottom? We don't know yet. So let's just see if we're going to get this touch. Let's see what's this kind of going to happen. Bitcoin down is going to tell us a lot, honestly. So let's kind of wait for it. Like I said, US dollar tether dominance is just weird. So just be cool about it. Party the trade that we posted before the session started. I don't know where it's at. It did start to run. Is it still running? Oh snap! It ran a little bit more. Let me go to the 7-minute time frame. Oh man, it ran and then it came right back down. Okay. All righty. But it gave us some hit and continue bullish divergence, which is some good news. All right, which is some good news. Let me take off this VRBP. We have price, right? Our low right here, our low right here. Guess what? We have a swing high on price action. All right, and then we have a swing low on the RSI. So that's hit and continue bullish divergence, saying that price should continue to go to the upside. So yeah, they all in here waiting for me most likely. Oh no, they're not. Oh yes, they are. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Brittany's not there, so I'm not the only one that's not late. But I got a reason. So let me hop off, y'all. Let me go talk to these dudes real quick about everything. When y'all see Stock Bay, she got her first mentee either today or yesterday. So if y'all can get a chance, just congratulate her on her hard work. And oh, Brittany just joined. Dang it, I'm definitely late now. So I will talk to you all a little bit later. Discord has surveys, stocks, crypto, real estate. Real estate is Brittany, LJ, and Stock Babe is stocks. Mark Melroy's is surveys. All right, and then Taribian is our market lady. She organized everything, all of our events, and then I'm the crypto guy. Y'all want to hop in? The link is in there. Watch the YouTube videos. Stay connected. Hit me up. Ask me questions if you need a tutorial video on how to draw a batter or anything like that, or T on something. DM me. Ask me in the crypto general chat. All right, this chat right here. If you want to ask me a question, this is where you go. For those who do use that free link, you will have access to this chat and a couple other chats inside the Discord. So you won't have access to the surveys chat because that's just money. We can't just give y'all free money. We can't give free people free money, right? We can't give free people free money. I like that saying. We can't give free people free money, but this is where you can build up your crypto bag if you wanted to. And with that said, yes, if you need videos, you need TA. If you need examples on cup and handles, bullish pennants, how to back test, anything like that, let me know. DM me. It's okay. I will always get back to you and get those videos out to you all so y'all can have a visual example of how to better your trading strategy and, sharpen your TA. Yes, with that being said, I will see you all later. I'm like 17 minutes late. It's okay though. I told them I'm gonna be late, but I didn't know I was gonna be the latest. I hope Brittany or Denise was gonna be later than me, but it's okay. I'm coming. I will see you all on Tuesday for the next session. If I go live tomorrow, I will post it. If I go live on Saturday, I will post it. I never really went live on Sunday, but our next session is if you are into stocks, our next session is on Sunday. The next session is Saturday at 10 a.m. If you want to sit here and talk stocks with LJ at 10 a.m. in the morning, it's the beginner session. So if you want to sit here and hop into that, go into that. The session after that is going to be Sunday for the stocks masterclass. And then after that, LJ is going to do some live charting. And then we have our intro to crypto, the beginner session for crypto people at 7, same time. And then Thursday, same time. I will see you all there. I got to hop out. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all in the chat after we get out of here. All right. So toodles. Dang, guard. How did that happen? Every time. I will see you all later. All right, I got to start presenting first, or I will still be presenting on the stream. Bada bing. All right, out. All right. In call.